What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Hope everyone's doing well. It is currently Christmas Eve. I hope you guys are having an amazing holiday. Right now, I'm going to get to finally unboxing this. Finally about to unbox the gaming PC. So let's get together and unbox this and let's enjoy the ride of me struggling to unbox this PC and put it together. Let's go. Also, by the way, I just put together my gaming desk the other day. It was a nightmare putting it together. I was struggling like crazy. Also got a file cabinet. That's also the case I went with. Gotta get into unboxing that. But for right now, let's get into this little stack right here. I really want to unbox the monitor first because I've been dying to get this out of the room. So now I'm about to unbox the monitor. I went with the Acer Nitro XV2. Listen here, this is my first time building a PC. I don't know too much about monitors, specs, gigahertz, or whatever the HG is. I just went with whatever my friend, shout out to my friend Reggie. He helped me really pick out and spec out my PC. But yeah, this is the monitor I went with. And it's a 27-inch. As you can see, it's a 240 hertz gaming monitor. But yeah, let's go ahead and get with this unboxing though. Oh yeah, it's nicely packaged. Oh, this thing got some weight to it. As I just drop all the cords. Oh my gosh. That's a big girl right there. Oh yeah, this thing is big as I don't know what. Goddamn. Is there anything else in here that I need to? Oh, let me not drop this. All right, so to hook up this back piece, you'll want to pick this up, slide it in, and it should go in pretty easy. And there you go. You should hear it click just like that. All right, y'all, just plugged in the power supply for the monitor. Let's see if it works. Let's see if we have power. Hey, let's go. We got power, baby. On to the next step. All right, so the next thing we're gonna be unboxing is the case. And this thing is girthy. All right. Alright, so this is the case I went with. It's something simple. I got scared for a minute because I thought that the case was going to be a little bit too big for the shelf, but I mean, it's a perfect fit. So yeah, it comes with 2 fans. It comes with a fan in the back. But right now, I'm about to unbox the rest of the stuff and start assembling it. Alright, so next we're going to be unboxing my motherboard. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with PCs, so you know, this is the motherboard I went with. And then this is I think this is my RAM. Yeah, this is my RAM. This is the RAM I went with. All right, this is the next thing we're going to be unboxing. I believe that this is, oh, okay, my little the Fury drive. I got a 2 terabyte. Man, this really goes to show I do not know too much about PCs. I don't know what all this does. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of this just sitting down, and I'm gonna be recording on my phone. So the next thing I'm gonna be unboxing is my power supply, I believe. Yeah, this is the power supply I went with. All right, this is the next package. Dude, I feel like a kid on Christmas. Well, technically it is Christmas after I upload this video. But yeah, this is my graphics card, I believe. I'm not gonna get it out the box. Oh Lord. All this is the graphics card that I went with. Alright, I forgot what was in here, but I think that this... Okay, this is my internal hard drive. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's the internal hard drive that I went with. So that's one. What else? Oh, and this is my processor that I went with. I got about like 2 more packages, and that should be it, and I can finally start. But yes, this is the, I went with a, I believe this is a Apex 100 keyboard. I just wanted a lighter keyboard. And then this is, oh, this is my cooling fans. And that's the cooling fans that I went with. Alright, y'all, so this is pretty much all I have for the PC. I'm gonna leave links for all the parts I bought in the description. I used a PC parts picker, and like I said, my friend Reggie helped me pick out and source out all the parts. But yeah, so far, I don't know where I'm gonna start at, but I think I'm gonna start with putting the motherboard together, reading the instructions. Yeah, this is a bit overwhelming, so yeah. I'll try to see where I can start off, but yeah, it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely overwhelming, but we're gonna get through this. All right, so we're just gonna start off with unboxing the motherboard. I'll move all this out the way. Oh, this thing got some weight to it. All right. And the reason why I'm wearing gloves, because I don't want to, you know, damage any of the parts or get them dirty. So, you know, that's why I'm wearing gloves. And always make sure you pull your motherboard out right here. Don't poke a hole through your motherboard. But yeah, here's my motherboard. Here's the back of it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun putting this together. All right, you guys. So what you want to do first is you want to loosen the lever, pull it back, and lift this up. And from here, this is where you want to place your processor. All right, so one of the next things you want to do is slide out the processor. And when you're pulling out the processor, make sure you grab it by its sides. You want to look for this gold triangle right there and make sure, well, you can't really see it. Let me pull out the light. And you want to match that gold triangle with that triangle right there. There we go. There we go. All right. And just like that, the processor is installed. On to the next thing. All right, so the next step we're gonna do is install our memory or our DIMMs. So you're gonna put them in these slots, and with mine, only one of them just slide back. Some of them you will have to slide both back, but what you will want to do is align that little groove right there into there, and on the instructions it says you will need to line up like well, I'm only installing two, so you'll want to install A2 and B2. I don't know if you guys can see it, but let me go ahead and hit the light. But you'll want to hit A2, which is this one, and then B2, which is this one. All right. Man, installing these things feels sketchy, but when you install them, you want to make sure you want to pull them all the way down until the clips will lock in by themselves. Okay, so now I'm going to install my M.2 SSD. I'm going to put it in this slot first. Make sure you don't want to lose your screws. So you guys won't believe what happened. So I'm not gonna pretend that I was struggling, that it was smooth sailing with this, but so apparently with this, to secure the SSD card, I didn't know that this was a flap and you have to move it to lock it into place. So like doing that will loosen it. So you have to move it like that in order to lock it in place. I did not know that. I was thinking that I had to match the screw and just screw through. No, you just had to do that. Let's continue, shall we? All right, and just like that, the SSD card is in. It's secured. I got the cover back on. Now I'm gonna install the cooler, which is right under there. All right, y'all. So now that I'm about to install my cooler, I'm going to take off the side panel, and I'm gonna use the top as the radiator. Right now, I'm just gonna take off this panel. And with the back is these two screws to lift up or to pull out, and then just lift the top up. There we go. Now look at that. It's just a exposed case. Also, I'm gonna take this piece off, and as you can see right there, I have my two 160 millimeter fans that are gonna be my intakes, and then you have my fan in the rear. That's a 140 millimeter. That's gonna be my exhaust fan. And then you have my 360 AIO, and then you have my pump that's gonna be sitting on my processor. These are gonna be my exhaust fans. I'm gonna place them at the top. And for right now, I'm gonna take that off and then install my motherboard. Let's get to it. All right, so now I'm gonna be putting in my motherboard. You wanna make sure that you're lining up the holes with the silver holes, all 9 of them. So that one, and all those 2. Ooh, this thing got some weight to it. All right, it is in there. Let's go ahead. I feel like I'm doing the surgery right now, though. That is the wrong screw. Oh yeah, another thing I want to mention is when you're tightening down your motherboard, you want to make sure that you don't over tighten the screws, because you can damage your motherboard. So just make sure you tighten it like at least about like 80% of the way. just like that, the motherboard is in. All right, let me make sure that the sides are good too, that there is no clearance issues. They're looking pretty solid. All right, y'all, so now that I got my motherboard plug screwed in, I got my connectors plugged in. So you want to make sure you have your audio and your panel connector plugged in. I forget what these two, but I will leave a link in the description of what video that you can watch to help you if you have a AMD motherboard. But yeah, all I'm missing is one more connector, and that goes into the power supply, which is going to be the next thing I'm going to be installing. All right, gonna put that aside. Dang, these things are heavy. Oh yeah. And this is the one I went with. Let's get to installing it. All right, y'all, so now that I got my power supply plugged in, I did plug up my my internal hard drive. All it is just this bracket right here. You'll pull it out and you'll slide the internal hard drive into these 4 pins, and then you'll want to connect your SATA cables, and I forgot what other cable this is called, but you'll want to connect these two, and the SATA cable comes from the power, and then this other connector you will want to plug into there, and then run it through there into your connector on the motherboard, which is right there. Okay, so before I install my AIO, you do want to take off this bracket that already comes on the pump and replace it with the bracket that fits your motherboard. And also tells you in the instructions. So, and then you want to apply some thermal paste, and then remove these brackets, and then put on these screws. It also tells you which ones they are for, and then you'll want to place the pump on top of the screws. All right, so now that I got my pump connected, you also want to make sure that you have the connectors routed and plugged in. You want to make sure you have your I have my RGB light plugged in. That's right there, and then I also have my AIO pump plugged in, and you have your USB plugged in, and also you want to make sure you have that 4th SATA cable plugged in. But for right now, I'm about to plug up my radiator and mount it back to the rails for the top mount.
Two very boring minutes later.
All right, just finished assembling the top out of the radiator. Just gotta finish connecting the rest of the back part of the wires, and then next should be the graphics card, and it should be smooth sailing from there. All right, so the next step is to install the graphics card, which I'm going to be putting right there. So how you'll want to do that is, let me set this light down real quick. How you want to do that is that there's this button right here to release that, to slide it in place, and then you will want to unbolt. I'm gonna put my graphics card in between these two slots right here, or this fitting right here, so it could fit better. So you want to unscrew these two, pull these out, and then for these 2 screws, you will want to put them right here. So after you're done screwing the 2 screws, you'll want to come over here and plug in the 2 connectors into the slot right here for your graphics card. All right, so now that you got the last 2 connectors plugged in for the graphics card, all you gotta do left is to turn on your power supply. I already plugged mine in. Hit the power button, and just like that, PC should be working. All your fans should be running, and as you can see, let me turn this off. My little RGB lights and the radiator's working. I gotta figure out what to do about this though. All right, so I got my pump to work now and light up. So now I'm just going to tuck the rest of the wires in and put the
the cover for my radiator on, and put the last bit of the case on, and we should be booted up soon.
Okay, so before I put this back on, you want to make sure that all your connectors are plugged in and not loosened while you're doing your cable management, and turn on your PC. Make sure that all the fans are spinning, your graphics card is working, your AIO pump or your other fans are working. So I just turned on mine like 3 times and made sure it was working. But yeah, let me go ahead and put this on though. There you go. All right, and lastly, what you want to do is put on your tempered glass, and I'm going to go ahead and peel off the plastic from it. Make sure you peel off the back. There you have it. And there you have it. One built gaming PC. Done.
Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna set up is my Wi-Fi antennas and my keyboard and mouse and my HDMI cable from my PC or from my monitor to set up the PC.
Alright, so now that I have my Wi-Fi antenna connected, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox my keyboard and then plug in my keyboard and then plug in my monitor, and we should be good to go. Alright, so now that you have your mouse, keyboard, and your monitor plugged into your display port, you will now want to power your computer and your monitor on, and then you'll basically want to set up Windows. But right now, I think I'm gonna end off the video. I'm gonna just put a link in the description on how to set up Windows, because they can probably explain it way better than I can. And you want to set up BIOS, but I think after that you're pretty much all set up and done. Oh, and you also want to set up your fan speed and
You know, make sure your graphics card and everything is working. But yeah,
that's pretty much it though. I'll leave a link in the description, but I really do appreciate you guys if you stuck through this far, and I hope you guys have an amazing holiday, New Year's. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.